So the one thing that we need to remember is that we are going to start by modeling all the slabs and then modeling all of the ribs. And even though the ribs end up getting poured first, we even submit the drawings for the ribs first and everything like that, the slabs have to be modeled first because the ribs are dependent on what the slabs do. So there's a few ways that we're going to kind of approach this. And what we want to do is break this up into different parts as is necessary. Better to have bigger parts for certain things, but let's not make things too complicated and let's break them out so that they can be flexible and so on and so forth. So first, let's take a quick look at this flat slab area kind of on the north side, right? We've got this big flat slab and then it steps down 1 inch to have this. And then let's also remember that there is a curb that goes around here that's at 100 foot, 100 foot, or excuse me, 100 foot zero. The way I like to do this is I like to say model this whole area, let's say from here all the way over here, because you can see this is now where it's going to step down to the sloping slab. I'm going to model this all as a single slab. And I'm even going to model this all the way as a single slab up to there, right? And then following this around, we don't necessarily need to draw every one of these lines in, but I do want to make sure that we do some of them so that you can see what that process look or what we're going to be looking at. We're going to remember that details, details 3 and 4 didn't show a curb here. Remember, it's just a flat slab. And then at these filled regions where we've got the diagonal lines, that's where we've got brick ledges that do have to be at a lower elevation. So come here. And this is going to be generally our outline of, of that flat slab at 100 foot O. Should I do the whole thing? Yeah, let's go ahead and do the whole thing, just to be thorough. Hopefully it doesn't take it. Normally I wouldn't draw these lines in, but I just want to make it clear for training purposes that this is how we're going to model these things. And then one there, 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 there. And last but not least, that one. So that's what our slab is, our flat slab there is going to look like. Then we're going to have another slab at 99 foot O. And the way that I like to do this, even though there's a curb here, I prefer to model the curb as a wall sitting on top of this in case we have to make any sort of changes. So I'm going to model this, and then what you can also see is that they've also created a flat slab at an elevation of 100 foot O right here. Now, I think we need more details here, but let's maybe just draw a quick rectangle. Is it just R? I believe that's it. That's it. Let's make it an orange color. That this is going to be a flat slab at 100 foot zero right there. And then I'm going to draw the 99 foot O slab like this, right? Right? It's going to follow this line as well. And then the 99 foot O slab. Even though it's going to have a curb on top of it, we're going to pour that curb with the slab. I want to put the flat slab in there, just like that. And then, like I said, it'll follow along that side. Then these at the garages, each garage will be its own slab. Is the way that I prefer to do it, because They might have different slopes. If you look at architecture, if you look at these things, the top of the wall changes. So we want these to all be different, and then we can put a curb in between them, however we want to do that. Uh, we'll probably get to that later, exactly how we decide we want to do that. But these are going to be each separate slabs. This right here, I'll probably model that just as a rib, and then merge it with the slab, like join it to the slab. You can see we've also got the columns here, and we've got these curbs around the outside that are at 100 foot O, and that's all going to be important to make sure that we've got in there. So that's generally the setup of the how we want to go about modeling these slabs. Let's remember that on let's say 3S210, this one, right? That we're still gonna have to deal with this uh, brick ledge here uh, in some way, and I am still not 100% sure how we want to do that. Uh, it may be that we want to create a void for that brick ledge, and then if we do that, then we actually model the slab all the way out to this edge. So we'll think about that, and then you put like a little void in here, so where you model the slab all the way out to the edge. And the reasoning for that is that if it was just going to sit on the brick ledge itself, or sorry, on the rib itself, it'd be fine. We can just model the rib, and then we have this piece that comes over. But unfortunately, that's not how this works necessarily. It might, but so what's probably going to be the best thing for us to do is actually model the slab all the way out to those edges, including the brick ledge. So actually, I might even have it wrong here. And what we really want to do is we want to take these things, take these ones, and move them all around. Now that we're looking at that, I think this is the way we want to do it. And we're just going to have to go through and we're going to have to model those, we're going to have to model voids for those brick ledges as we get in here. So uh, I know that that is changing what we say, how we want to do it from how we said earlier in the video. But the thing to remember is that this is an important point of what we do, and that this happens all the time. You might get into something, think you're going to do something a certain way, and then realize, oh, that actually doesn't work. I need to update how I plan on doing my modeling here. So let's keep all those things in mind, and we will work on annotate or modeling all of these things, and we will start on that in the next video.